Stevewolbach has found a great source of encouragement from God through family radio. He is replaying this message using his version, and is not affiliated, or connected in any way, with Family Radio WKDN, 950 AM in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Because of the profound stories, Steve wants to share them with others. And now, the story. A wealthy man and his son loved to collect rare works of art. They had masterpieces in their collection, from the concert to Raphael. They often would sit together and admire the great works of art. Well, when the Vietnam War broke out, the son died in battle while saving another soldier. The father grieved deeply for his only son. About a month later, there was a knock at the door. A young man stood there with a large package in his hands. He said to the father, "Sir, you don't know me, but I'm the man who your son died saving, as he was carrying me to safety. A bullet struck him in the heart and he was gone. Your son often talked about you, sir, and about your love for art." The young man held out the package and said, "I know this isn't much, I'm not really a great artist, but I think your son would have wanted you to have this." It was a portrait of his son, painted by the young man. The father stared in awe. The way this soldier had captured the personality of the son in the painting. In fact, the father was so drawn to the eyes that his own eyes welled up with tears. He thanked the young man, and offered to pay him for the picture. The young man said, "Oh no, sir, I could never repay what your son did for me, this is a gift." The man died a short while later. Then, there was to be a great auction of his paintings. Many influential people gather, all of them excited about having an opportunity to purchase one for their own collection. On the platform was that painting of the son. The auctioneer pounded his gavel and said, "We'll start the bidding with this picture of the son." There was no bidding for this picture, it was silence, and then a voice in the back of the room shouted out, "Skip this one, we want to see the famous paintings." But the auctioneer persisted. He said, "Will someone bid for this painting? Who will start the bidding? Who will take the son?" Finally a voice came from the back of the room. It was the longtime gardener of the man and his son. He said, "I'll give $10. He was a poor man, and it was all he could afford. The auctioneer said, "We have 10, who will bid 20? Is there a bid of 20? The crowd was getting angry. They didn't want the picture of the son, they wanted the more worthy investments, for their collections. So the auctioneer pounded the gavel, going once, twice, sold for $10. Then a man sitting on the second row shouted, "All right, now let's get on with the collection." The auctioneer laid down his gavel and said, "I'm sorry, this auction is over. When I was called to conduct this auction, I was told of the secret stipulation in the will. Only the painting of the son would be auctioned, and whoever bought that painting would inherit the entire estate, including all the other paintings. The man who took the son gets everything." God gave his son 2,000 years ago, to die on the cross. And much like that auctioneer, this message today is about the son. Who will take the son? Because you see, whoever takes the son, gets everything.